ஹலோ, யாரு? தன்ராஜா? நான் தான் ராமசாமி பேசுறேன்.
Hello, welcome to Vanka Pesalam. Today, my guest, my brother-in-law Sanjay. Hey, Sanjay.
Hi, Sridhar. How are you?
Pretty good, pretty good. So last week we did a review on Jailer, and unfortunately you couldn't join that day. So I thought you are a big Rajini fan, so I thought I will add you with you for one more call. And you texted me with an amazing theory about this movie, George Clooney and other stuff. So why don't you say first of all, like you saw Jailer obviously. So where did you see? Like New York or
Yeah, I saw it twice, both in New
twice?
York. Once in Times Square, and then once again in a different theater.
Mm.
But I saw it twice.
How's the crowd there? Same crowd like here or a huge crowd?
The first day for sure was crazy, obviously, but not enough. I mean, I could hear the whole thing. The first day was fantastic. The only reason why I went again was I kind of missed some parts,
Oh, okay.
so I went back to watch it.
Mm. Okay, that's good. So what are your thoughts about the movie?
So I think this was one of the first times I've seen like the director take a lot more liberty with Rajinikanth.
In what ways?
So playing his character down quite a bit, like not like he doesn't get involved in these action sequences in the way that he typically does, even until recently. And then he also did this, the funniest part obviously is during the dance, like they made him dance in the back for a bit. It's like almost like he's just not part of he's not like the hero of the movie. So I think the Nelson did take a lot of liberties with Rajnikant. And so then let me go back to the theory, right? So I think Nelson has created this whole thing where he's all about black comedy, and, like very like deadpan delivery. Like he forces everybody, even like the comedians.
Yeah.
He makes them do it without like a lot of drama and things like that. No yelling, no screaming, that sort of stuff. And making this movie in that same sort of thing, and because of Rajinikanth, he has to do certain things which are not normal. Okay, but the vein, like the entire vein of the movie was around how the black comedy part of it was always there. Even in the sad moments, you could like say that Rajinikanth did not actually reflect how sad he should have been when he learned that his son died. But like even in the sad moments, they like try to make it more funny, and artificially make him smile in some places. Like after he kills somebody, he smiles. And then when he's like talking to his wife, while he's like advising her on what is going to happen, and she tells him, "Oh, can you just stop right now?" And he just keeps smiling, like he's like a kind of a crazy person. And that was the one that made me think of the Quentin Tarantino sort of moment where, like in these movies where like heavy subjects, like Quentin Tarantino makes these movies with like heavy subjects, slavery, like Django Unchained, and other movies where all of these actors kind of just service that dark comedy part of that story. The one about the Nazi thing where Brad Pitt like smiles during like taking the scalps of the people, and that we think it's like it's only because of the director, right? The director says like yes, the story is something that is going to be like a heavy subject, but we're going to make it funnier through this black comedy thread. That's what I meant by that. I didn't say, I mean, I don't think Nelson is anywhere close to what Quentin Tarantino.
No, but I think like you said, he has already done the black comedy. Like Doctor was a similar kind of movie, right? But Sivakarthikeyan played a very bland character. No, even the action is very, very limited action. But in a Jailer coming to action, you think it's because of the story or because like given Rajinikanth age, I think that they have decided, hey, you know what, I don't think he can be flying and kicking people right anymore. We have to just cool it down because like, they never show like any of the fight scenes, right?
Yeah.
He gets kidnapped, and the next scene is him, those four guys lying around, and then he just saying, "Yeah, that's it." Yeah.
I think it's time, right? It's high time, actually. Even in the last 3 or 4 movies, Rajinikanth fighting did not make any like actual sense. Yeah, you're right that it's right now it's like he has to become and one common thread with Vikram, by the way.
It's same thing.
Yeah,
Same
he
thing.
has to have you have to sort of come to this moment where you have to say, okay, we are going to acknowledge that he's actually 72, not 27.
Yeah,
So
but I think that was the key point, right? Like this movie and Vikram, they played their age,
Yeah.
right? They played their age, and people liked it. As I was telling my cousin the other day, these kind of movies they're becoming hit because of the fans. Like they simply want moments where they can enjoy the heroism, right? Like goosebump moment. That's all they care about. They really don't care about huge stories and backtrack all those stuff. So when I saw the movie, like when he cuts the guy's head off, suppose very scary scene. Everybody was clapping. They said, "Okay, that's what they want, right? That's what they want." So yeah.
Yeah. I think you're right. Like this is the movie for Rajini fans, and just like the balance was struck in a way that they showed him as an old person. They got like all those like moments. He said the dialogues he is supposed to say, and the song was like a dedicated the song by Super Subu, right?
For his
Was
fans, yeah.
phenomenal. Like it was just after a long time, was waiting for like a song like that. That was a good song. I know Kavala was also good, but I obviously liked the Super Super song in that movie.
Yeah, and the first half was amazing to me. First half was very perfect. I like you said, I didn't understand that when the son died or he got disappeared or whatever happened, right? It was totally underplayed. Totally underplayed. I'm like, okay, that's where I had my doubt. I went asking my thing here. Is he really dead? I don't think he's dead. I think he's going to come back because it didn't make any sense. He had a huge interview and everything. The Vasant Ravi suddenly is gone within like 5 minutes. I'm like, okay, it didn't make any sense. But still, it was so underplayed, right? And then the whole thing starts off from there, which again, I really faced. The first half to me was perfect.
Yeah.
It was really great. Amazing comedy, amazing thing, amazing interval block. The way Rajini cutting the guy's head off and then laughing at the guy when he shows a small knife at him, he just laughs at him.
And the villain's character building was also good in the
amazing.
first, right? Because it is easy to kind of lose track of this whole thing as Rajinikanth's son and why he did this, but they built out the villain first, and they delayed the Rajinikanth's kind of entrance a little bit, but still worthwhile. I think the first half was phenomenal.
The second half I didn't like that much because I didn't like the whole the jewelry heist thing. I didn't know why they had to. But again, the guy like deals with like what do you say? Deals in stealing antiques and other stuff. So I think they had to show something. But I didn't really enjoy the whole Rajini trying to steal. And I really wish they had shown like much more of the jailer portion. Rajini being the jailer.
That was shocking.
That was, I don't know why they didn't expand that. They could have gone a little bit more on that. That would have been amazing.
This would have been in the Shivaji like they show him in a younger version with like hair and multiple, like this whole song around the different versions of Rajinikanth with the different hairstyle and everything. And they spent so much time and money on this one. Here it was just like quick. And then they just had to like build out the fact that he knows all these crooks who turned out to be helping him. So it almost felt like they just like pasted it on the story.
Yeah. So one of my nephew, he had an amazing question. I asked him the thing.
I saw that.
So what is your thought on that? What is your thought on that?
They became bigger. The funny thing is now they can operate without any thing, which was funny.
So what was Rajinikanth's role as a jailer?
Rajinikanth is a villain. I think he keeps saying that, right? Like I'm always a villain and I'm a villain. So I think it is not like not a reforming jailer.
Even inside the jail,
worse.
He's asking like Jackie Sharaf to bomb the car. That was funny. That was crazy. Yeah. I really wish that they'd have shown like more of the jailer stuff though. I don't know why I did that. I don't know why they did that. But did you expect this movie to be such a huge hit? it became a
No, I didn't originally. When I first saw it, I wasn't thinking that it'll be that big of a hit because like some uncomfortable things about violence, um, and the way they like overplayed some of their like the putting people in the vat of acid every few minutes. I thought it would like not play well. People will complain, but it was like a little bit like they just did what they had to do.
yeah,
Nelson had to do something dramatic, right? Like everybody knew he had to do something dramatic with Rajinikanth, and he did all the things he did. And I think one of the things, like one minor thing, which I think was like part of how they were so liberated is முந்தி படத்துல வந்து ஒரு last few movies they don't show Rajinikanth smoking at all. Right, like they do all other sorts of tricks to like style things to like because of this complaint they had over like almost 10 years ago. In the Bartla, they have this like synchronized thing where all the three people like they like in the just
yeah,
like
but I mean, again, it's not smoking; it's cigar, so it doesn't count.
because but
So
he
it
did that
doesn't
thing.
count.
He
Yeah,
did
stale,
that
stale. Yeah, yeah.
style thing. I was like, okay, at least now I can. Before he's done, I've seen him do his last good movie.
Yeah, I thought. I mean, the what do you say? The guest stars also they use them pretty well. All the Shivraj Kumar, Mohanlal, Jackie Sharaf. It felt very sad, but I think the other two, like they used them really well. Actually, very. They didn't do any dumb stuff for them. They showed them really powerful. And Mohanlal had an amazing scene where he has a security camera and showing them, yeah, if you want to kill them, or how about these two guys? I can kill them anytime you want. that was funny. That was really funny.
Yeah, I think that's a good uh yeah. Now it's just like a franchise, right? He comes in, he brings these four people in, they all did their best. Nelson did a good job, I think.
Yeah, apparently, like in the next movie, Amitabh Bachchan is going to play a very big role, it seems. Amitabh Bachchan is going to play a very big role in the next movie, which is supposed to be. The next one is from the guy who made Jai Bhim, Tasa Gnanavel. So that's supposed not going to be action movie, it was more like a social message movie. But the one after that, it's from Lokesh Kanagaraj. That is going to be something. Some movie.
I think
yeah, it's crazy.
I worry whenever there is this like overtly social thing movie, but okay.
I mean, yeah, that guy made a very good movie. JP was an amazing movie, though. So who knows? We never know. But that's what I was telling my cousin. Like it's a 270-year-olds. Even Kamal has an amazing lineup after this. He has a Indian 2. He has another movie with this guy. He has a Maniratnam movie. He has movie after movie. Everything is going step up, right? Same thing with Rajini too. So 270-year-olds giving two blockbusters, amazing to watch.
Yeah,
crazy. It's crazy actually. It's crazy. Again, if Vikram became a huge hit, Rajini was under a huge pressure to deliver a hit. So he has given that. So he has to be very happy. Yeah.
you think there was that pressure? Huh?
Definitely, 100%. No, I mean, it's not like a animosity or anything. They are good friends, but they have to, right? They have to prove. They have to prove each other. So now, like Kamal will be pissed off. Now we have to. The next movie have to be hit. Obviously, Indian 2 will become a hit no matter what, right?
Yeah.
People go watch it no matter what that movie. So that's fine. So that will be okay. Yeah, I'm more excited for the Kamal Haasan and Maniratnam combination. That is supposed to be a good movie. We'll see.
That's going to be amazing. Yeah,
that's going to be
just a technically like an incredible like combination.
Yeah. So yeah, so I mean, I didn't pay much attention to all this the supporting cast in this movie. Ramya Krishnan, a lot of people came. They didn't have much to do actually. Right? They had the young boy was pretty good. He was pretty good to watch for the first half an hour or so.
Yeah,
the comedy was good. Yogi Babu was really good in that. He had some amazing, nice.
So moments. Underplayed, like so well done. Music was good.
Music was amazing.
Just entire movie. I love the way that Anirudh did the music thing here.
Yeah. I mean, he's the main reason, right? Even the Vikram also amazing music though. The BGM ridiculous. So hopefully we'll see. The next one I'm waiting is the Shah Rukh Khan movie, Jawan.
Yeah. The music is
Anirudh, a Tamil director, Nayanthara, Vijay Sethupathi. So it's hopefully it's really good. We'll see what happens. Apparently, it's a remake of a Vijaykanth movie. So There's a movie called Perers.
Oh my
That is
God.
a rumor. I don't know if it's true or not, but that's a rumor. If that is true, then it should be a good movie, because even that movie is a very good movie. Perers is an amazing movie, actually.
Hmm.
It's a very good movie.
Good. What do you think about the ending in the Padatla?
The ending was nice, right? I mean, he has to kill him. There's no other choice. But it's kind of felt a cliche to have the son be the bad guy. You know, it's kind of his son be the bad guy. Kind of cliche. But the way he finds out, the way he keeps on asking him, "Do you have something to tell me?" Yeah, he says,
Yeah,
"No, no, no." And then the way they kill him also is pretty stylish of everything. And he just shows the glass. It's a signal to him to kill him. That's
that is
pretty
it.
cool.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah. I mean, it was not that much of a surprising ending for me, because there was some, like, similar to the, whether he died or not. It seems intentional that they didn't talk about it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
You know,
what I felt too, because it just became sudden, and there was no like a huge crying scene or anything. One small scene. Even the reason I like this one also, I mean, after the son died, the movie ends. There is no scene after. There's no like Ramya Krishnan crying, wife crying, all those crap.
oh.
They bring the body home. Nothing. None of the scenes. Movie is done. That's it. So that kind of made sense too. They didn't drag it much further. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what do you think that they could have improved in this movie? The one thing they could have improved in this movie.
Well, they could have done a few good things. One thing they could have spent a little bit more thought on is building out Ramya Krishnan's character.
Okay.
Because, like, the expectation was very high when I knew that she was in this movie after Padayappa
Yeah.
and stuff. They could have used her more. Felt like they didn't use her. And then the other sort of like the storyline thing to me was, I agree with you on this, like the heist part of that was overextended. Now they could have made it like part of it, but not like, they made it like the planning. They talk about the planning, they talk about the execution so much. They could have compressed all of that, and be like, hey, you got it, and it has the camera in it, it's over. Like,
but I think the reason they did that, because there's a huge build-up, right? If a bad guy like him did not get the crown, and if Rajini gets it like that, then it doesn't make any sense. They have to make something, right? They have to make bring the Telugu guy as one of the board members, bring in a Tamanna to come and dance, do all those stuff, But I mean, if you really want to be thick about it, then it kind of makes sense, because they had the crown. So that's why he had the camera inside the crown. That's why they would find out his son about it. So anyway, maybe we can say that it's kind of
I do. Yeah, I was a little bit like, actually, that Telugu guy completely disappeared after the movie. Like, I didn't see him any of the like.
His part was only to like give them permission. That's all. That's all yeah, that's all that there was to it. Yeah.
But anyways, other than that, I didn't have like any big sort of. It could be a slightly shorter movie, tight sort of storyline. I mean,
if you think about it, there's like one song and one montage song. That's it. Like no songs like old Tamil movies, not big, huge fight blocks. Even then, the movie was longer, right?
Yeah.
Which is what maybe, like you said, they would have made it really short, or maybe trimmed down on the 15 minutes of it. It could have been nice.
Yeah.
I think the villain introduction, like in the beginning, was kind of a bit long, right? He had a lot of dialogues. Killing those guys could have been reduced.
Yeah. I think they intentionally did it. But you're right. Like, they could have made him like, they could have spread the villain sort of thing around the movie, as opposed to a lot in the beginning, and then like he disappears for a bit, and then just technically, like editing and that sort of stuff, they could have done a little bit better. But that's the difference between Vikram and this one, I think. Like, Vikram was a technically astute movie.
Yeah, Lokesh is a very, very technically very sound guy. Very sound guy.
Like, he just was like, you can't point to like a moment in Vikram and like, oh, you could have taken this out, or Kamal Hassan should not have done that. Like, you had like just like a very like technically well-made movie. It's like a textbook movie.
See, again, it goes back to show these guys having the trust on the directors, right?
Yeah.
Vikram, Kamal has only one dialogue like in the first half. Arambikalam. That's the first dialogue. That's the first time he speaks.
Yeah.
In what scenario you think Kamal Haasan will agree to be not? That's ridiculous. So it all the trust on the guy. Yeah. So same thing here too. Rajini totally underplayed. Not huge opening scene for him. Just a very simple like door opening scene. That's it. Intro scene. Not none of these things, but it all worked for him. People saw a different guy and they liked it. So that's it.
Yeah.
And Rajini, I don't think olden days we should have even allowed to see this chopping of the head and all those things. He didn't even care this time. Just
Yeah.
full on violence. Yeah, it's pretty good. So, are you excited for the next Rajinikanth movie, which might come in another 7 or 8 months? Who knows whether it's going to come?
Ready.
Ready. I think he just came back from all his. I don't know if you can talk about this, but did you see the thing where he fell on the feet of a leader in the UP chief minister?
Oh no, I didn't see that one.
Yeah, Rajinikanth, the UP chief minister is like Yogi Adityanath. He is 52 years old. And Rajini fell at his feet and everybody was jumping up and down. And then Rajini said, no, he's a yogi, which means I'm supposed to fall at his feet. So he did.
Man. Oh no, but
yeah.
Why didn't the yogi fall at Rajinikanth's feet? You know?
No, he can it's like Ayyappan Mal, I think, right? Somebody put it there, they call Sami. You know, it doesn't matter whether it's a kid or a guy. He's Sami, so he had to fall at his feet. So they had to start something in Tamil Nadu. You know, they're oh my God, Rajinikanth fell at somebody's feet. He's a BJP guy. Or, oh my God, it's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah. So now he's back in Chennai now. I think he's going to start shooting in a couple of weeks. I think so. It's going to be good for him. Okay.
More power.
Yeah, more power.
Rajinikanth movie.
Okay, Sanjay, thank you for this. Let me stop.
Thank you so much.
Hello. Thank you for watching my video. Please hit like and subscribe and keep watching. Thank you very much.